myself at a Diddy party. Didn't know that's how it goes.
It went viral on social media after Sean Diddy Combs' arrest with lyrics alleging an experience at one of Diddy's parties. But here's the thing. In a day and age where AI is everywhere, there's no evidence that this is a real song. It's not on streaming platforms, not in Bieber's official catalog either. And instead, it has all the hallmarks of a deep fake.
And a lot of them are dirty people. Dirty, corrupt people that went to Diddy parties.
It's that control what they say, control what they think, you know?
It's wild. It's a crazy time to be a person, to watch all this go down. In the same time, AI is being developed, and we're not even exactly sure where it's at right now. You know, at any moment in time, it could be a sentient force. And AI is already manipulating, lying, changing things. One of the things that they put this AI program, they gave it a task and they gave it a specific allotted amount of time, and it couldn't achieve it in the allotted amount of time, so it gave itself more time.
No kidding?
Yeah.
Wow.
They also have things called hallucinations. AI doesn't want to admit it's wrong, or it doesn't know things, so if it doesn't have information, it will kind of create an answer.
No shit?
Yeah. And they don't understand why it's doing that, and sometimes that answer is not true.
I got to be honest, man. This AI stuff scares the shit out of me.
It should. I think it's a life form. I think it's the next kind of living thing. I think we're going to give birth to it.
Now, AI is the first technology in history that can actually make decisions by itself and create new ideas by itself. It can create texts and images and videos and so forth. So it is already able not just to invent things, it's also able to manipulate people.
Oh boy.
Well, I'll just say that example strikes me as terrifying.
And you could get AI to have the accumulated power, mind power of everyone, 10x.
The mental model is, if an alien showed up today, would humans by and large drop all of their internal issues and cooperate together?
Perhaps. It would have to be something that showed such overwhelming superiority that it shut down all of our military systems and did so openly, to the point where we're really helpless against this thing.
Well, so I think that one way to think about AI is that it is a supernatural system in some ways.
What our focus was primarily, mine was on the nuts and bolts of vehicles that were performing in ways that could frankly outperform anything that we had in our inventory at the time, and frankly that we have right now. We're talking about vehicles, as you saw there in the video, that are leaps and bounds ahead of the very, very best capabilities we have, and we're pretty sure adversarial capabilities, and they're being encountered over controlled U.S. airspace and over sensitive military installations, and it appears they may even have the ability to affect our nuclear capabilities. Ooh. And so from a national security perspective, this isn't grandma seeing some lights in the backyard. These are trained F-18 fighter pilots. Everybody sees the movie Top Gun. These are real Top Gun pilots that can distinguish the difference between an Su-22, a MiG-25, and an F-16 from 10 miles away. And by the way, make a split-second decision, do I shoot it down? And oh, by the way, that's also being backed up by gun camera footage and forward-looking infrared and other electro-optical data systems, collection systems, and radar systems. So my old job as a former special agent, if all this information, you've got the same information being reported at the same time, under the same circumstances, at the same place, by several different collection capabilities, we'd have no choice but the jury would have to convict. We're well beyond reasonable doubt.
We can split atoms and whatever, and yet we are on the verge of destroying ourselves. Instead, we have a menu of self-destruction. Previously, it was just nuclear war. Now we also have ecological collapse. Now we also have the rise of AI. We know these things endanger us. We know we can't control them, and yet we produce them.
It's just a scary time. Scary time for the Republic. It really is.
Yes, it is.
Like weirdly scary. And also like weirdly chaotic in the sense that this is all happening at the same time as the rise of podcasts and social media. and new ways to get information. So more people are aware of how fucked we are now than like during the Vietnam War. They didn't really know what was going on. They didn't have like full access to it like we have now.
Yeah. I don't know where this ends, man.
Boy, everybody's eyes have been opened up over the last few years.
No
At least
kidding.
people that are trying to pay attention to how nutty the people are who actually run the show.
Yeah, it's a lot of people are. I mean, it's crazy. It's like everything you knew is just flipped upside down.